Wes, good to see you. We are diving into the headlines today. Interest rates, they are staying high. For now, we're going to talk through how to make them work in your favor. For several months, the Fed has decided to leave interest rates unchanged. For the most part, this is not great news for borrowers, but it does offer some unique opportunities for savers. So, how can retirees and pre retirees leverage those high interest rates to their advantage? What should they be considering now when it comes to savings and investments?
Well, certainly when it comes to savings, I'm even seeing it with, say, a large bank like Wells Fargo, and I'm not just picking on them, but in their savings accounts, they're still paying relatively nothing compared to
Right.
what's available out there. So um, almost every month, we're working with clients in some fashion to help them maximize this, and we do research to see which banks have the highest high yield savings accounts that are out there and CDs and so forth. And oftentimes these are going to be banks that maybe online banks. So you've heard of some of them like Discover. They're going to have a little bit better rates than what we see in these large brick and mortar banks. And when it comes to the investment stuff, considering where we are in the interest rate cycle, taking a look at bonds again,
Mm,
because they're obviously paying a higher rate right now, so they're generating better income. And when it comes to bonds, there's two sides to a bond return, and that's the income and then also capital appreciation over time. And as these interest rates, when they do begin to come down, those bonds are going to appreciate in value. So those are a
mhm,
couple of things to consider.
mhm. So then, are there any specific types of savings or investment vehicles that retirees should be considering in a high interest rate environment?
Well, for many, it makes sense to take a look at fixed rate annuities right now.
Okay.
There's some pretty attractive multi-year guaranteed annuities, and they're also known as MIGAs, as one example that are providing a locked-in rate for an extended period of time. Maybe that's 5 years or 7 years. So it provides a lot of predictability into a plan. And as interest rates go down over the next few years, should that occur, and you're receiving a fixed rate of anywhere from 5 or 6%, if you implemented that now, that becomes quite attractive. So it
Mhm.
provides a stable income or rate source when rates are on their way down later.
Yeah, good point. People are pouring billions into annuities right now. All
That's
right, last question. Should retirees then hold off on big purchases right now if they can't buy it outright? How are you helping people distinguish between good debt and bad debt?
So if you're looking at that, ski boat that's going to run you 135 grand at 8%, no, let's not do that right now. That's not a great idea. Let's just go ahead and rent it, maybe once a month, right? But things that you must purchase, like say if your car is going bad and you've got to get a new one. Well, if you have the ability to, let's not finance that. Let's pay cash for it because it's be silly, right? To pay 8 or 8.5% rate on a car loan if you don't have to. And when it comes to debt, I know there's some viewpoints that debt is always bad. I don't see it that way. There really is good debt and bad debt. Good debt would be debt that is going to increase your net worth in the future and also your income. And then bad debt, credit cards, anything that you're paying silly rates on. I mean, credit cards are running what, give or take 20 to 25%
Right.
APR.
Mhm.
That's bad debt. So stay away from that, but leverage the good debt.
Great. Well, I'm glad we got to talk this through, Wes, because this will change at some point, but now some good opportunities to consider some other savings investments. If somebody wants to talk through, again, shopping around for higher rates of return or even an annuity, what's the best way to reach you?
They can give us a call, 919-322-4113, or simply shoot us an email, info@patriotwealthnc.com.
Great. Wes, thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.